That's not what I want to show. Let me move this. We're not going to be doing just the duckies. All right. And turn that off. What the heck? Let me fix this. Oh my goodness. I was not meaning for that to stay on there. Why is it still on there? There, I took care of it. Anyway, hi, I'm Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner, and I got to take care of the audio. Yeah, the audio, that's way too loud for everybody. There we go. Now the music's gone and we aren't listening to the ducks. Anyway, I'm Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner. This is my first attempt to do a live stream on YouTube, horizontally, normal, and vertically at the same time. And I'm trying to do it also to Facebook. Looks like I am on Facebook. It says key rate is low, which I don't know. We're going to have to see. I'm seeing too many on my face. Anyhow, I do want to say hello, and I would like for you guys to, in the vertical, I need to put the banner on the regular one too, I think. But I've got one that says, say hi and tell us where you are watching from. So yes, I do have, I need to go look at my chat too. I don't have that stuff pulled up yet. I'm sorry, guys. I've been trying to get all the little pieces to do this, and I was hoping to go live an hour ago. So give me just a second to get that done and pull out other things and yeah, all the stuffs. I'm not streaming to Twitch right now. I will be streaming to Twitch a little bit later on. So let me pop that one. Hello, Miss Lisa, and hello, Freedom Deep. Welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday. Let me know if you can hear me and everything sounds good there. I am popping out the chats so that hopefully our little emotes can go all over the place, and we shall see how that goes. Okay, so anyhow, think I got the stuff out, and let's also do this redo, because I don't recall seeing anything pop up. Okay, good sound, good video. That is on the main horizontal, I think. Yeah. It's weird. I'm not gonna know where the chat is coming from. Okay, let me try doing the reset so that we have the stuff pop up on screen. And where did I put it? Under effects, is that where I put it? Yes. Okay, so hopefully when you pop in, we'll still have, okay, I don't really like the way it's showing up on my vertical. Let's see if that's what it shows up on the regular. Yeah, it looks weird on there. That just means I need to do some more customization and stuff. So vertical, why does it have it on there twice? I don't know. So I've got this little bit down here, right over here, that has got you where you guys can see the chat, right? Well, for some reason I've got it twice on one of the screens. I have no idea why. It's not supposed to do that. Okay, that's probably why. I need to figure out which thing it's on. It's not on those. It's not on that. Oh, it's on that. Okay. 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 I think I know why. Okay. That's fine. I get it. Okay. So I need to do. Ha 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 ha. You guys love it when I'm playing, right? I need to change that to be that. Okay. I'm going to change a couple of things, and then we're going to give it a few minutes and let some more folks pop in before I decide to go ahead and give you guys what the announcement is, because I know that's what you want to know. So let me add this. And this is something that I was setting up on the fly. Most of it was already done from before I uninstalled it, but yeah, I wanted to get it correct. So that is going to look weird for a minute until I get this on there straight. And then, and you guys that are on the horizontal, you're not seeing this stuff. This is all stuff I'm messing around with on the vertical one. So that, give me a second, it should get fixed. But this is a test, right? Well, part of this is a test. Part of this is a test so that I can try to do it better for next time. And pray that, I just heard dings.
Cordelia Alderman.
Hey, Miss Cordelia, welcome, welcome. By the way, I did get a card from you, so I will be opening that, and I'll go ahead and open that with you guys today. I need to do this one. I'm on that one. Okay. There we go. I think. I'm still not. Why am I not in the middle? I will just manually do that then. Let's get rid of that. And this is the one I'm wanting to do. Oh, maybe that's the one that I didn't do right? I don't know. It's a thing. I guess I'm close enough to in the center. Okay, close enough, close enough, close enough, close enough. And then if I put that under here, then I think, okay, so now we should only have one of this. And I'm going to, not that one. I'm going to move this down and hopefully center it. And so I'm going to apologize because I would have gotten all this done before going live, but I didn't know it was messed up until I tried it. Okay, so now we've still got the chat down there. I think I'm going to move it over a little bit. Oh, there we go. And we should still have the emote wall, I think. So I'm going to try that out too. Let me take a look at my chats. So Cordelia says, glad you got it. So I'm going to start off with that. I got this card from Cordelia in the mail this week. I was going to open it on Tuesday and didn't see in the chat, so I didn't want to do it on Tuesday. But anyway. Aww. So I got this lovely Valentine's Day card from Miss Cordelia Alderman. She did an awesome job. And I recognize the stuff. This is from a set from Not Too Shabby, because I've got the same one. And I remember coloring, I think I do. Yeah, this is one that I colored that same image because I've got the stamps too. So it's just so cute. Emotes are going over the wall. Great. Miss Janine is in there. I am going to have to redo some of the effects and stuff so that it fits better for vertical. But this is kind of on, it's an older sheet load. Okay. Aww. Well, thank you so much, Miss Cordelia. Of course, I had to open it and read it, so you are super sweet. So what is the announcement? So we've got Miss Janine in the chat, and at least you got to see some of the welcome, which means I probably am going to change that too. Yeah, where's my OBS so I can see it? As if I didn't have enough buttons, now I got more stuff, right? I think I'm going to change this one. It's going to be smaller, but at least we'll be able to see more of what's going on. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, the emotes are going to be smaller. So I'm basically going to have to redesign some of this stuff so that it's going to be used just for the vertical part and do it like separate from the... I basically did a copy and paste is what I did this time. So that everything that's on the main one is also here, except we've also got this extra thing up at the top on the vertical that says say hi and tell us where you're watching from, because this is the first time that I'm doing one vertical. I do see that there is at least one person in the vertical. I wasn't sure if anyone was going to pop into that, especially since this was an impromptu. Nobody knew it was happening. And yeah. Me also... Is this saying that I'm actually live? I think I am live on Facebook. Or not. Is it waiting for me to do something? Going live now. It doesn't say. Okay. I probably actually need to say something in here. I need to put a title. So title is going to be not that. Announcement. And let's make a card. So yes, I do plan on actually making a card. And then I'm going to pop over to, there we go. I will be popping over to Twitch later because I want to do some things over there as well, because that's part of my goals, right? I said I would do that. Okay, now I can go live on Facebook. So I haven't been actually live on Facebook yet. This is the first time I've tried doing this. There's a software that goes with my OBS for you guys that are kind of knowing that I love playing with all the things. There's a software with that's with OBS, which is my broadcast studio that I use, that will let you go vertical and horizontal at the same time. And it's been out a while, but I haven't really been using it, especially since I was redoing everything in my computer because I was afraid there was something messed up. So right now I am streaming everywhere. However, I don't know what the quality is, and I am seriously considering going ahead and upgrading my restream so that I don't have buffering issues. But a lot of it's going to depend on you guys and whether or not you like having these options. Okay. Yeah. So I sat in to eat lunch. Good timing. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Miss Janine. So happy that you are here. So it is showing up. The pop-up is showing up, but it's not showing up completely, but at least it's a little bit so that you can see that. So I can put your comments up there. I will be adjusting things on the vertical as time goes on. So announcement. I'm going to go ahead and close down the ducks. I just brought them up because I wanted you guys to have something to do while I was trying to finagle and finish up getting the last bits set up. So I'm going to shut that down so that it doesn't take up any more of my resources. You are Super Small Square on YouTube. Are you watching you're watching vertical or horizontal? Let me look. Looking at the horizontal one, catching up. It looks like I'm good on, it looks like I should be the normal size on the horizontal. On the vertical, I should be big and bold on the vertical too. So I'm not sure what it is that you're seeing. If you want to take a screenshot and show that to me, that would be great. You can post that over in our Discord. Okay, so the announcement. I've been here for how long and I haven't told you guys what the announcement is yet. We have been live for almost 20 minutes and I've been just getting things finagled and situated. Okay, announcement. What we're going to be doing. Let me change my screen actually. This is something that is coming up and I know I mentioned to you guys that it was coming and I sent an email to let you guys get on the wait list earlier in the week. And yeah. But now I can officially say that I am in, where's my button? That one. Yes, I am a speaker. And why does that not work? There we go. I am a speaker at the Cardmaker Success Summit. This is a bunch of the folks that are on there so you guys could see the list of it. I think I'm going to move it up so it covers up a little bit more of the text. Okay, so it looks better on the vertical one. But here, this is coming up in just a few weeks. This is going to be at the beginning of March. And I do have the page up somewhere telling me what the dates are because I forgot already. So Cardmaker Success Summit is going to be March 7th through the 10th. And yeah, so I'm going to be one of the speakers. This is one of the images of the people on there and you can see me up in the second row. So yes, I'm going to be one of the speakers there. We got a lot of folks going to be there. Daniel West is a speaker. We've got Aaron Reed. We've got Bethany Scott, Miss Bethany. Yes, one of our buddies that comes and hangs out with us quite a bit. Second page, we've got Justine Hovey. Yeah, we got a ton of posts. We got Nikki. Anyway, so yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be my fourth, I think. I think it's going to be my fourth. And this time I'm going to be playing, well, I think most of them I do the same thing. I play with hot foil because I love all things glimmer. Speaking of glimmer, I do have, let me turn it back on because it is turned itself off and on. I've had my glimmer system over here to the side heating up because I want to play with something that we did not get a chance to play with on Tuesday nights live because we did something else. Let me get back to the correct screen. So I want to do something with this. This is the new Better Press from Simon Hurley. This is the Magnolia Blooms. And yes, I've got my glimmer system set up too because I'm thinking, let's do both. Yeah, and see how it goes. I mean, we've got the sentiments that I think all of this would be pretty in foil, but I think it would be real pretty in regular ink as well. So I've got my watercolor paper out. I've got some regular cardstock out so I can do glimmering. And then I've got my new inks from Better Press. I'm going to try to make sure I keep everything kind of centered right here because that way it's good for the vertical. So anyway, if you guys have any questions or anything, be sure to put that in the chat. Hello, Miss Linda. Welcome, welcome. And Cordelia says, I've been at financial training. Haven't checked her email all week. Okay, so one thing I did notice is that when you use I'm going to have to put a face cam on the vertical. I'm not going to do it right now. What I have noticed is that when you put your emotes in, it does still go over the screen, but on the vertical one, it doesn't show up much. So you probably need to put a bunch more. And I'm thinking that regardless of which live stream you're on, whether it is the vertical or the horizontal, all of them should be coming through. So that's something I should probably try testing. I have to find the right chat. Okay, so I've got two different chat boxes. I've got my combined chat up so that I can see everything, but right now I'm going to go ahead and pull up the separate ones so I can see what everybody's doing. So Janine put 2 emotes in. Great. Linda, the last thing that she said was hello all, and she's on a different stream. So we've got both of the streams going, and I've got all of the chat so I can see what everybody's saying. And Janine just put a bunch of hearts in, and you can see them on both of the screens. And they're teeny tiny on the vertical. Oh, and thank you so much for the shower of the hearts. Like that's one of the things in the chat that you can hit the little button and it'll put a shower inside the chat for I think it's for everybody to see, but I know I can see it anyway. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started on that. Let me move my Stream Deck out of the way. And what we did on Tuesday is we also used one of Simon's new Better Press, Simon and Spellbinders, Better Press plates. And where did I put the card? I have not mailed it out. Sorry, Dee, it has not been mailed. I haven't even taken a picture of it yet. And where did I put it? I bet I know where it is. I bet it's over in the other room. I'm going to grab it real quick so you guys can see it because it is just so stinking cute. And the reason it got moved in there is because I had to go and cut down some magnets because I told you guys I got the big thing of magnets. I had to cut that down in order to make sure I didn't lose any of the bits because the die set, the Better Press plates, it makes a bunny. It's the bunnies. So made the bunny and the flowers and the Easter basket. All of that was done. Also had dies to go with it. So I have all those plates. I did not want to lose any of them. Yes, very cool. I love this. This turned out so cute. And then this is a new die set that came out this month from Spellbinders as well. I'm actually doing decent keeping it in the center. So this is going to work out great. I have to practice. It's one of those things. I got things I need to practice with. There's things I want to try to upgrade, but I have to decide, what can I do and how do I need to do it? And it's bugging me that I don't have my face on the vertical. Okay, I'm going to fix it. Give me just a sec. At least we don't have a deadline, right? Okay, so... Oh, I just didn't add it. Okay, the source that I need is nested toggle face cam. Of course, I don't have anything connected to make it turn itself on and off like it's supposed to. Okay, and then I need to move it. And I'm going to say that that is good enough. What you think? You guys that are watching on the vertical, let me know if you like that setup there. And of course, it's a little bit off. Am I centered? Sort of centered. Yeah, I still have to calibrate lots of things, right? Okay. I think that when I turn it off, it might, it's not, I don't think it's going to turn off on both of them. It's where I'm going to have to go in and manually do one, but that's totally fine. But this is the cute little card that we made on Tuesday night. This one was won by Ms. D. So I'm going to be mailing that out to her. I've actually already printed out the label. It's here somewhere. Anyway, I already printed out the label. It's probably in the bag that I'm holding all these others in. Anyway, I'm going to be mailing that one out to her. But now we're going to go ahead and make a different card. And of course, I need to look at my chat. Okay, Janine says, looks great on her iPad. I wonder how it would look if I took you off my TV. So I'm on your, okay, apparently I'm on somebody's TV. Okay, so this is the set, like I said, from Simon Hurley. This is called, I think it's Magnolia Blooms. Spring Magnolias. Spring Magnolias. So I fold the thing back on there just so it can fit it in there and be able to close everything up. And we're going to first start off, see if I can get that out. We're going to start off with using the Better Press. So a lot of folks are loving the Better Press. I know I am. It makes getting a perfect impression on your stamping so easy. And if you're doing multiples of one design that is basically just the one plate, you can breeze through and make a ton. You could do a lot of mass producing with this. What I'm going to do this time, though, I think I want to do everything. I don't know. Maybe I will do one just plain. First, I'm going to take some tape and tape my watercolor cardstock onto the platen here. And I'm lining it up with the tick marks that are on the platen. So you probably notice that they are lined up to match what's on the chase. Okay. And this part that I'm telling you is if you guys have not seen it before. So the way that it works is we're going to lay out all of our what look like glimmer plates, but they're not. We're going to put out our Better Press plates, ink them up, turn this over, and then it's going to run through our die cutting machine to basically stamp it out. And this is magnetic. So it's great. I've also got an additional shim. Now it comes with 3 of these Mylar shims that you need to use for the regular cardstock that that I just glanced at the chat, sorry. But the regular cardstock that you get from Spellbinders that works with the Better Press. So the Better Press cardstock. They are coming out, or if they haven't already, with some thicker that you won't need those shims with. I've got an extra shim in there because I don't always use thicker cardstock. And I'm finding that I'm getting a decent impression even when... First off, today I'm using watercolor cardstock, so that's thicker and that's going to give a better impression as well. But having that extra shim just gives me a little bit more. Okay, so I think for my first card, I know I'm going to do 2 because one of them I want to do as, I want to do hot foil. Yeah, got to do some foil. That would look kind of cool, I think. Just trying to decide how do I want them arranged on here. Let me look at the image on the front to see what that looks like. Oh, that is a pretty swag. Maybe I'll do that just as a swag across the top. And then this one, I have this one down at the bottom. I think I want that. Yeah, I want it that way. Yep, I changed my mind. I want it that way. And then I'll add these little guys. Actually, I think I might do these separate and do them possibly as a, as an add-on. Okay, so now I've got my Better Press ink. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to do all of this in like a softer color. I do like doing like the bold colors and coloring them in, but I watched Simon's video when he was playing with the new Better Press registration collection, and the way that he did it with the browns. I've only got the one color brown, but now I'm needing a second one. Do I need special ink for the system? This is the first time you're seeing this used from start to finish. Oh my goodness, Jenny, you don't. You don't have to use this. Now, let me just explain how this kind of stuff works. And I do have lots of other videos for you to go back and watch if you're interested. My first time seeing this was at Creativation. So I've got a Creativation live stream where Denzel demonstrated it for me. And I was amazed. Main name is Sanford. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, not going to look at the chat. I will get back into the chat later. Yes. So first time I saw it, he showed it to me with the Better Press Black. And when I saw the little cube, it didn't have a label on it. It was just basic black. And I'm like, that looks kind of like the ones that I've got, the archival inks from Ranger. Because it's basically the little ink pad looks exactly the same. And that's the thing. It is made by Ranger. This is archival ink. Number one, it's archival ink. It is thicker than regular archival ink. So because it's archival ink, it does dry super fast. Okay, that's number one. It dries super fast. You can use watercolor and or alcohol markers or whatever you want to color it up, and it's going to be fine. And this is actually a little thicker. I have been using the Better Press system with all of my inks. I basically tried out everything, and I think I've even used Lisa Horton's, if I remember right. I think I used some of Lisa Horton's on there, and I think these are like a dye-based ink. I've used Catherine Pooler. I've used Simon Hurley. Those have been my favorite ones to use the last year or so. I absolutely love those inks. But I went ahead and got some of the Better Press inks because I know that it's going to work better with the proper ink. Just like I need to get some heavyweight cotton or linen paper, and I've got some, but I don't know where it is, so I'm using watercolor paper instead. If you use the right paper and the right ink, it's going to work better. That doesn't mean you can't use your other stuff. I've used this with regular weight cardstock, I've used it with heavyweight cardstock, and I've used it with watercolor cardstock. I like watercolor cardstock better than the other two because you get a better impression, but having a heavyweight cardstock shim underneath does sometimes help. That being said, that does mean that I could use this and another kind of ink if I want to. I've only used this ink once. The new ones, the black one I've used several times, but the rest of them, all of my colors that I've got that are the new Better Press ink, I've just used them once, and that was on Tuesday because I just got them in along with the tin to hold everything. Which if I get more, I'm going to have to get another tin because this is going to be great for me to store it separate from all the other stuff so I don't get everything mixed up. So what I'm going to do with my flowers here, I think I'm going to go ahead and just color them up with the tawny brown just for the outlines. And then I'm going to color them with, I'm probably going to add some pinks and yellows because magnolias, they are kind of a creamish color. But you can get a little bit of other colors mixed in, and I kind of like the idea of a little bit of pink. Yeah, some people said it doesn't give us crisp an image. Part of that could be if you're getting the ink anywhere besides on the surface. This is kind of like, okay, when you're stamping, Here's a good example. When you are stamping and you are using a silicone or even sometimes photopolymer, photopolymers are a bit better structurally, I guess you'd say. They aren't as squishy. But if you're using a stamp that is squishy and you put too much pressure on it, the ink that's on the surface of the stamp that you wanted is going to squish out the sides and you're not going to get a good impression. These are metal, but if you put too much ink down and it goes down in between and then you do the press, you could wind up with ink in places you don't want it. To be honest, I haven't had any kind of a problem, but that's probably because I'm trying to do what Denzel said to do. With the ink pads, you do a tap and twist. I'm heavy-handed too much of the time, so I'm practicing being a little bit not so much, because when I was using this with some smaller plates, I was moving all the stuff around. Now, the one I was using the other day, the Simon Hurley bunnies, it's got some teeny weeny little Easter eggs, and those are ones that it's very possible you're going to move them around if you try to do the twist thing. I've also noticed, and part of it is where I've been watching more Simon Hurley's videos, but on the felt pads like this, like Simon's is too, you basically have to brush over the surface in order to get the ink off, because I was noticing on some of mine I wasn't getting enough ink down. But it's one of those things that it just takes time and you just learn, right? Okay, so what I do now is I'm going to put this down on top. These four corners there, they're magnetic. They hold the piece in place and they're spring loaded. Okay, the springs are the important part. Let me get out my die cutting machine. Okay, I had it tucked away a little bit that time. Usually I have it like really close. This is going to be great practice for me. I'm loving the way I've got the vertical thing set up. That means, guess what, guys? That means that there's going to be more shorts coming too, because now I can record them more easily because I got everything in place. Do need to move my Stream Deck out of the way. Otherwise, it's going to get in the way. So we've got this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it in and crank it through, just like you do everything else. Only thing is, you only want to go one direction. You do not go back and forth. If you go back and forth, it is possible. I haven't tried it, so I haven't screwed it up yet, but it's possible you can have everything slide around a little bit, and then you won't get as good of an impression. So let's take a look at that. And it looks like I had a little bit of, you know how the felt strings? I think I had a little bit of one right there. But isn't that just pretty? I can put a sentiment over that. Okay, I think I'm going to make another of the same panel, just because I can. So I'm going to take another piece of watercolor cardstock and put it right in the same spot. So I'm putting it... Okay, put this in front of everything. There we go. So you've got those registration marks there. I'm putting them with those marks so everything is lined up perfect. And this card isn't actually completely A2 size, which is fine because I trim everything down anyway. It's a little bit short, but that's going to be fine. I think this time I am going to use a different color though. One of the colors I'm really liking is Wild Berries. So we're going to just do this one with pink in the background. Before I do that though, let's clean up some of this. So when I got my system, I went ahead and bought some archival ink cleaner, which I hadn't used, and I've been loving it. It cleans up a lot better. I am discovering, and maybe it's because I don't necessarily wipe down my stamps and stuff before, before using them. I am starting to get some staining. Part of that also might be that I just got these new inks that are very pigmented, and it's like the pinks, you know, pinks and reds always stain everything anyway. Okay. I'm going to check on the Facebook part. Okay, so Facebook, the stream metrics, it's not really liking me too much, which just means I have to figure out how this is going to work over there. However, the replay is probably going to be available, which is awesome. And it looks like that one's already gotten somebody is sharing my Facebook. That's nice. And maybe my computer just can't handle watching it either, but this is cleaning up really, really nicely. Put that back in the corner where I had it. Yeah, and this stuff, I do have to admit that this ink cleaner does make things slide around a little bit. It just, yeah, it is what it is. Oh, thank you so much, Janine. So I'm getting the Better Press of the Month every month. So there are multiple, you're going to see a video every month or a card every month using this system. Most of them I do a separate video on. So you guys know that's kind of my thing, kind of what I do. But yeah, so if you're wanting to know how it works, you're going to see it there. And I am at this point, because so many people don't really know how the thing works yet, and I just slid it around, I'm going into a lot more detail as to how it works, but I'm also pointing folks to my original unboxing where I did it for the very first time. And when I say that I did it for the first time, I mean I actually really did it for the first time. This is where I got to see it at Creativation, but I didn't get to use it until I got mine. And I was just like everybody else, waiting around for the thing to come in. Okay. I think I'm going to try popping out the chat in Facebook to see if it, you know, if anybody says anything over there. I also want to see if it pops up in my combine, because it should. So I just said hi over there. Yes, I'm moving everything. Okay, so yes, it does show up. Awesome. Okay. And it may be that Facebook doesn't like the vertical live streaming over there. I don't know. I would think that it would. But we'll have to see. If it doesn't like it, I won't do it over there again. I can always do the Instagram, because Instagram does have live streaming now that everybody can do, which is awesome. I probably just need to, you know, calibrate some things. Okay, we're going to do the same thing again. Just pop that down, bring back up my die cutting machine. In case you're wondering why I was holding my ear, my headset has a timer on it. I set it so that it would go to sleep if it's not being used, and it doesn't register that I'm speaking into it. It's like only if the speakers part doesn't get anything does it start counting down. So it had turned off. Okay, and that looks real pretty too. It does have a little bit of brown in there where it looks, and it looks a little bit muddy, but I think the reason for that is just that I didn't clean it up completely, and it still had some of the Ranger archival ink cleaner still on it because I hadn't wiped it all off yet. But that still turned out really, really pretty. Okay, so we've got 2 panels like that done. I'm going to turn my glimmer system off and on again because it turned off again. And it looks like at the top and at the bottom, I had the tape a little bit too far. So that means that we pressed over some of the tape. I'm going to trim it down anyway, so it's no big deal. But you do want to be careful of that, because just like with stamping and stuff, if you stamp over your tape, you're not going to get an impression where the tape was. But one of the really fun things is the texture. I don't think you guys can see it. I'll try to tilt it a little bit so you can see it, but really can't. I mean, I have looked back at a couple of my videos, and it's like, because I know it's there, I can see it, but if you're not looking for it, you won't notice that kind of debossed little bit there. Okay, so now I'm going to clean these up, and we're going to do the same thing. Do I want to do, I'm going to just leave those panels as is. I'm going to use the sentiments as well when I get done, but I'm going to go ahead and just clean these up And I have to say, letting them sit with the archival ink cleaner is a help. I think it gives it a chance to really start breaking down those inks. And this time, instead of a paper towel, I'm going to try using one of my cloths. These are just from Dollar Tree. Oh, that is cleaning up really nice. So that may be the trick. Instead of using a paper towel like I've been doing, I need to use this because I can put a little bit more pressure into it without worrying about it tearing or anything like that. And the fibers are giving me a little extra scrubbiness, I guess. I'm also going to use some alcohol on here to clean up the last of that cleaner. I've seen Simon use water over the top to get the last of it off, so that's another thought. Okay. But I'm not actually using this one again right now. I'm putting it off to the side. And now we're going to bring out the glimmer system. Okay. So for you guys that aren't aware of the glimmer system, this is a hot foil system where you can press the foil into cardstock. I've also got some tick marks on it to help me line things up. So I'm going to try to do it the same way I did the other one. It's about here. And then this one was about here. And bring it down a little bit so it's actually on the card, because this one I don't have it the full rectangle. I've actually had to replace the marks a couple of times because it does wear off over time. I think that's probably has a lot to do with the heat. Okay. And let's go with what color do I want to go with? I'm not going to do the magenta. Magenta does not like me. I've got gold. I've got silver. This one is tangerine. I think maybe I will do with the tangerine. That sounds kind of fun. Love the pink one. So she is loving this one. I do think that turned out real pretty. And then I can color it afterwards. So that's cool too. And if you are new popping in, I am Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner. Be sure to say hello in the chat. And I think I'm going to, at this point, before I start cutting my foil, I'm going to go back and show what the announcement was about, because that was really what everybody wants to know about, I think. There we go. And yeah, that'll have to do. I'm covering up one of the faces. Card Maker Success Summit is back. It's going to be March the 7th through the 11th, I think. I need to look back at that because I forgot. March 7th through the 10th. I am going to be sending out new emails and such for that. And I did not put a link to the... Let me grab the right one. I need to give you guys the link to be able to get your free ticket, because it is a free summit. You can always buy the all access pass, which means that you have unlimited use of everything. But to get the free ticket, which means you're going to get access to all of the tutorials, all of the classes, and all the stuff. It's for free. I know you guys are going to love that. So I'm going to pop it into my chat, and we're going to see if it shows up in all the places like it's supposed to. But that is the link where you can sign up. You can sign.
Crafting Corner. WJS Crafting Corner.
Great. It looks like it. Oh, I forgot. That's one of the things. I'm streaming to my Facebook page and my groups. I forgot about that. So I may have to go over there and see. I'm going to have to see the pages. I don't need to have this many tabs open. Goodness. But I don't think there's another way to do it. Okay, there's my Crafting with Debbie page. Just looking right now to see how that one looks. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And I'm assuming that the link was in there too. So great. Looks like I am actually live streaming in all the places. Oh my God. Yeah, I need a stronger computer, guys, because I want to be everywhere. Anyway, that is, this image here is for a bunch of the folks that are in the summit. We've got folks like Nikki and Justine, and it's one of those things where you recognize the faces and you forget the names. Oh, Lisa Horton. Yeah, Lisa Horton is going to be in it this time too. And we've got, my brain is just not working. Anyway, I'm fortunate to be with so many creative crafters. I love these folks. Tiffany is in there, and Erin Reed, and Bethany, and yeah, and Daniel West. Yeah, I'm looking over this and it's like I know all the faces and my brain is not letting me remember the names. So anyway, that is what's going on. So I'd love for you guys to use my link to go ahead and sign up so you don't forget. And you will be getting reminders from me, of course, letting you know that it's coming, because I will be talking about it pretty much on all of my live streams coming up. We do have a few more coming up between now and the summit. Awesome. Okay, let me get back over to what we were working on. And let me find scissors. Okay. I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, let's just do the size of a piece of cardstock, because we're going to be basically covering that whole panel. So I'm just going to trim that off. And when you're looking at foil, when you're looking at regular foil, the underside doesn't really matter all that much, okay? But when it comes to hot foil, this is where the adhesive is. So we want to make sure that it is facing away from the heat and towards the paper. Anytime you're using any foil, though, you do want the foil. Hey, Miss Mary, welcome, honey. So you do know that you're going to have to tell me why you're at the hospital, because, you know, I need to know. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and place this down. So I put it on my cardstock, and I'm going to place the shiny side down towards my heat. There we go. And then I can place the thin shim and the spacer pad right over the top. I'm going to hit the button. If I was using a big, mostly solid plate, I would let it heat up, let the timer go off, and then hit it again so that it goes again. Okay. The reason for that is a lot of times the bigger images need more heat. Smaller images sometimes need less, meaning smaller images you might actually wind up with some overfoiling even with just one run. But you can take care of overfoiling with an eraser. That's not going to be an issue. So I'm going to go ahead and let that sit. Bring back up my die cutting machine, because the way that we're going to get this to adhere to the card is it needs pressure. So it needs heat and it needs pressure. So this is taking care of the heat. We're going to run that through the die cutting machine once it's ready, and that's going to apply the pressure that's going to help us get our image to look awesome. What? Mary! Oh my God. If you don't know her, Mary's Crafty Creations, she's one of my buddies that's on here all the time with me, and she apparently has a concussion. Okay, if you have access to Discord, Mary, go ahead and I don't know if you want to put it in the chat here, but go ahead and tell us in the Discord and or in the Facebook group what's going on. I mean, you were fine 2 days ago. What did you do? Now I'm wondering if it's a joke, because she says it's a crafting injury. How the heck did you get a concussion crafting? I want to know. I have to know. So also, guys, if any of you guys want to make and send a card to her, let me know. I will get you her address and we can send it off to her. Unless Mary wants to give me the address of the hospital that she's going to be in, and then we can send it to the hospital. Cordelia says, is that from hitting your head on the table? Oh no. Bent over Sunday to pick something off the floor and smashed my head off the desk. Yeah. That I can believe because I've come so close to doing that kind of thing myself. Okay, the light has. I'm going to try to get back to crafting now that I'm thinking about her and her concussion. And I can't imagine them keeping you in the hospital a full year from a concussion. Okay. Okay. Anyway, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and open up my machine here. Moving the glimmer system off to the side so you guys can see the Platinum 6. And we just pull it out of the base. And we're going to just run it right through, same way that we did the Better Press. Okay, we're just going to run that through. And let's see how those magnolias look. Okay, so just looking at the card, you can see the impressions there. So that is where the... Sorry, my mind is not quite... not quite what I need to. So here's another thing I'm wondering. Mary, since you are at the hospital now and you just got there, haven't even been registered, what have you been doing for the last 3 days when you hit your head on Sunday? That's not right, hon. Okay. Anyway, you can see the impression on there, so you know that it's done something. Now that usually tells me that the impression is probably good. So we're going to just take a look. And you can see that the heat pulled off more of the foil than it really should have, because we don't just have the lines. That is fine, because we're going to take off that extra. One thing that I found that has been working pretty decent is just a brush. And so it's going to take care of any of that is basically just laying on the top. And I think a stiffer brush would probably work better. So here's one that I've had in my stash and I never use it. It's been sitting over in this little teeny weeny drawer in one of those carousel type things. But these have got some stiff bristles. So that's probably going to help me get these off a little bit better. And there we go. So now we have 3 panels that look lovely. Now the downside of the extra, of it kind of doing the extra on there, is that this isn't quite as clean as it would have been for you to be able to use this, use the negative space to foil onto another piece of cardstock. You can still do it, but you're going to have bigger white spots. So I'm probably just going to use this extra space for something else. I could actually use it for one of the sentiments we're going to be doing. So let me grab out those. The sentiments we've got is Happy Mother's Day, I love you, and so grateful for you. I think I'm going to do the so grateful. I think I'm going to do that one and the Mother's Day. I have not made a Mother's Day card yet this year. Probably because I have one person to give it to and I have to figure out what do I want to get. Actually, I got a second person I can probably do it to. But anyway, so I'm going to take these off. Now, these are going to be hot. And we've got a silicone mat that we can put them on. So this is a magnetic one that comes from Spellbinders. You just pick it up, and then to release, you just press the button. Now, some of my plates are too big for this, so this isn't quite strong enough. So I got myself one of these. This is from the Dollar Tree, and it's in the automotive section.
Kelly's Craft.
Hey, Kelly, welcome, welcome. This is an impromptu live, honey. So Kelly's Craft is one of my buddies too, and she says that I'm live early. That's because I also go live on Twitch. I'm going to be going live on Twitch in a little bit. Okay, yeah, I will be going live on Twitch a little bit later. Right now, I'm just going to be here for a bit, and that's because we had an announcement today. So if you are just popping in, yes, I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to say it multiple times. Let me get over to that other screen. We are going to be having the Card Maker Success Summit. It is coming up again right around the corner. It's going to be here on March the 7th. So if you don't already have your ticket, let me go ahead and pop that back into the chat again. If you don't already have your free ticket, go ahead and register here at debbiejayscraftingcorner.com/free Card Maker Success Summit. That is the link to be able to go ahead and register for the Card Maker Success Summit. I am one of the speakers there. You'll probably see up here on the vertical live stream, it's like right under my face. We've got the little sunset view of my logo there. On the horizontal, it's still right over there. I'm in the second row on the end. So yeah, I'm going to be there. We've got a bunch of other creative crafters. I think we've got more people. Let me check my email again, because I think it said in there how many people that we have. One of them did somewhere. Of course not. I think it's like over 40 people though. I think we've got a lot of creators on this one. This is the biggest one so far. And yes, it's free. Absolutely, Mary. Yes, we can talk about it starting today. So this live stream has been mostly, I basically wanted to play with some more stuff, okay? But I also wanted to tell you guys about the summit because it is coming up and I'm going to be in it again. Yay, I believe my live, because a lot of the speakers also do a live stream on the day that their presentation's coming up. I think mine's on the 11th. So yeah, so I will be doing a live Q&A, and my project is some fun butterflies with hot foil. So you'll want to stick around for that one. Okay, so we've got that one. Let's go ahead and do a couple of sentiments. So we've got, let's see, I'll put grateful for you and happy Mother's Day. Might as well put them in the center. These also have dies to cut everything out, so I can cut those out even if they're a little bit, oh, I don't have the right screen up. There we go. I can cut those out even if they're a little bit close together. That should still be fine. And I have enough of this that I'm just going to cut a piece of this foil off and use it. So we're going to put that over the top there. And this is a chance for me to use some of my scraps because I know I've got to have at least some scraps that are about that size. Here we go. So put a scrap of white cardstock down, and you can use whatever color you want. Putting these guys back on top. So I've got the thin shim and the spacer pad. Hit the button. And then we just wait for those to heat up. So Mary said that she was going to go live. I understand, honey. Well, you're going to have to keep me posted on all the things. I am experimenting with stuff, so I don't know which stream you're watching from, but I'm on YouTube with my horizontal and my vertical today. Yay. But I also decided to go live vertical on Facebook, and that's probably the one that's causing the most issues. I mean, me trying to watch it, I don't know if I'd be able to hear it, to be honest, but then again, my computer's also doing all the resources, so that might be part of why I can't really see it. I think that one's probably just not going to be as good, which means I need to... Fabulous. You do that. Absolutely, Mary. So anyway, I'm thinking that that's probably the one that I'm going to have to do some tweaking. Yeah, I've got some thoughts and some ideas, and I'm hoping it's not my internet. I think it probably is, which means I probably, if I want to do multi-streaming like this, I'm going to have to upgrade my restream. Yeah. So anywho, so Mary says that she is pulling out her better press for that Spellbinders contest. Okay, that's something else. I need to see if I can find the picture of that so I can show you guys that one. Hey, Miss D, how you doing, honey? Welcome, welcome. And as you pop in, let me know which stream you're watching. Since I am streaming in multiple places, I'd love to know where it is that you are streaming from. I mean, where you are watching from. Are you watching on YouTube horizontal? Are you watching on... Hey, Miss Jean, welcome, welcome, honey. So are you watching on YouTube horizontal? Are you watching on YouTube vertical? Because I am vertical streaming too. Are you watching on Facebook? Because those are the places that I'm streaming from. I'm also in my group. I think I'm actually in 2 of my groups and on my Debbie J's Crafting Corner page. Yeah. So I'm in all the places right now. So Kelly is watching from the UK, and she says that she's watching on YouTube 1. Okay, and Dee is watching YouTube horizontal, in between work. Fabulous. This says that it's ready to go, so now I need to pull my die cutting machine back out. Moving that off to the side. And then we're going to pull it out of the... Here's another thing. If you're having any kind of problem with your Glimmer system not heating up, make sure that it is plugged in. The platform has to plug in there. I have accidentally not plugged it in before. I've left it sit there and wonder, why is my platform not heating up? Well, it's because it didn't plug the thing in. Okay, and if you watch the vertical, let me know if this is enough of my desk to see. I want to make sure that everything is nice and big. Jean. Okay, Jean, the vertical one has a message at the top of the screen that says, say hi and tell us where you're watching from. Silly girl. Okay, so we've got these. Grab that, come on. And again, we've got a little bit of overfoiling. That is fine. I'll just use that little brush again to get rid of the excess. And it's perfect. So all we need for these guys is just to die cut them out. Now, what I'm thinking about, and you guys will have to let me know what you think, since we're doing multiple cards, I've got 3 that we've got the pieces for that I still need to go back and finish. One is all foil. These 2 are Better Press ink. I'm kind of thinking using one of the foiled sentiments on each of those. Should I still do that? Should I do a different color foil? Should I do Better Press ink instead? Because you can mix and match. Okay, so Jean says that she knows that she is horizontal. Yeah, I need back to what Mary was talking about. So I just posted a picture yesterday, and I know I've got it on my computer somewhere. I just have to remember where I put it. But I just posted something yesterday because Spellbinders is having a contest. I think it was, oh, I did it on my laptop. So it's not on this computer. I just have to find the email and then copy it, and it'll be just a second. It's not that one. Actually, I know where I'll find it easier, I think. I'm looking for stuff. And no, I don't have the ducks to entertain you at the moment because I took them down. Okay, it's the Cardmaking Star contest, and let me grab that one. I thought I actually had. So open that up, put that over there. There we go. That'll work. Okay. So let me go ahead and pull up the image for that, and then I will post links to that as well. That's not the right one. There we go. The Cardmaking Superstar contest. This is something that Spellbinders is doing. There is, it's actually open to US and to Canada. So here is the US card. I mean, US, the US link. And then this one is the UK link, which also means I'm going to have to copy the other thing over in a minute too. Copy link. Okay, so they said that they're using contests to find new talent and potential influencers. Now, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but that's what they're looking for. They're looking for more people to help promote their products. So if you love Spellbinders as much as I do, and I know you guys are all card makers, feel free to go ahead and enter, okay? So yeah, they are using this contest to find new talent and potential influencers, and because I am already an influencer, they ask that I not participate. So I don't get to get in. You're not going to be competing with me because I don't get to do it. Okay. So Jean says, I do. I don't know what she's saying I do about, but she does something. Oh, she loves Spellbinders. And Mary says, I have so much spellbinding stuff. Mary, for Saturday, guess what I got? Hey, Miss Yvette, welcome. I think I told you already, but yes, it came in. I got the dragon. So on Saturday, again, I'm promoting something else. Yeah. On Saturday, there is a class on my website. Yes, I got the dragon. So we're going to be doing a class on Saturday about the Dancin Cards. These are the ones whose legs or bodies move. And they are so fun. And this is one of the sets. Now, I'm planning on bringing out all the different ones that I've got. Some of them are no longer available even. Looks like the bunnies from last year, because there was a swinging bunny, was actually the small die of the month, which is why it's not there anymore. But yeah, so we've got that class coming up on Saturday. It's just $15 at 3 o'clock. And you go to one of my websites, edu.wjscraftingcorner.com, to register there. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to be making some of these. I'm going to be answering whatever kind of questions you guys have got about them. And Miss Mary, I think I'm going to name this one Caddy. And I think he's going to be a birthday card because I have not sent Ronan a birthday card yet. And how big of a hoot would that be? Ronan is one of our buddies that plays Fortnite with us, and he has an alter ego voice that is a pixie dragon whose name is Caddy. So I think that's what I need to make for him. But this is going to be so super fun. I am just so excited. And it's not a ton of dice. It is real easy to do. It's a little intimidating just to look at to begin with. But if you want to see how to do that and have us basically hold your hand as we go along and do it all together, yeah, come and hang out with us on Saturday. That's going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern. And to get into that class, you just go to my website, edu.wjscraftingcorner.com. The main page has got a link to the class registration. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun. Anyway, but yeah, this one just came in the mail. I just got this one in yesterday. I've got a lot of different ones. I've got a mummy. I've got a ghost. I've got Santa. I've got elves. I've got a bunch of different ones because this is one of my favorite and easy interactive cards to make. Fabulous. Mary says, Spellbinders needs to stop. They make me break my butt. Oh, they make you break your no buy, I think is what she meant. She's on a no buy. And Jean says, any dies other than Tim Holtz would be easy. Tim's are not too bad either. I do have some of his, but I have to say I love Spellbinder so much I don't really have time to play with a lot of the other stuff yet. But yeah, this just came in, so I'm super excited. And I think I've got a picture somewhere. Let me pull up another thing. Just because this one's going to be about the class, just to show kind of what's in store. And this is neat. I need to make that smaller. Let's minimize that one. And minimize that one. So yeah, I'm resizing it so it'll fit on the vertical live better. Anyways, that's about the class. Here's some of the cards that I've made over the last 2 years, I think. Most of these I think have been done within the last year, but these are all dies that are still available from Spellbinders. So I did not include any on the image that are not. Yeah. And the most recent one that I did was on a live stream, and that was that cute little panda bear. So we do have that one too. And these are easy enough to do that if I'm smart and make time to die cut a bunch of the stuff out ahead of time, might be able to do more than just one card. So it's going to be fun. Okay. My sinuses are not working well. Okay, so back to what my thought was. Do I need to do like pink or brown or blue? I've got another one of my favorite colors in here is the hydrangea. For the sentiments, do I need to do other colors or do more foiled? You guys let me know. While I'm waiting for y'all to tell me what you want me to do, I am going to go ahead and die cut out these. These flowers also, you could die cut all of them. You don't have to have them on a panel like this. And this is kind of where I want the panel to be the main thing. And then I'm going to color up some on the flowers. But all of them have got dies that come with. So Gina's saying blue. So she thinks that I should do the sentiments in the hydrangea. So for doing my die cutting, I'm taking out my normal sandwich, which is the platform, and my magic mat, and a Spellbinders plate. It's what I use almost all of the time for my die cutting. And where are the dies? Here we go. No, that's not them. Mary, did you steal it again? Okay, I put them under. That was dumb. I put them under my glimmer system. So we've got Happy Mother's Day. And of course, what does Mary say? Is purple an option? Honey, I do not have purple or Better Press ink yet. I've got French blue. It's really light though, and I'd rather the sentiment be darker, but I do have that. I think she's telling me I need to place another order. And Miss I'm on a no buy wants me to spend more money. Yeah. Miss who still needs some more things before Creativation is like, yeah. By the way, if you'd like to support the stream and help me get to Creativation and actually have some fun there instead of being afraid of spending any money on anything like food, feel free to tip the stream. Okay, so we got that one, and then we've got this one that says, so grateful to you. I kind of like this one. It's got a big grateful. It's got the word grateful nice and big, and then it's got the other letters, other words smaller, because that's a look that I like, but I never think to do it. Okay. Jean says, Mary, purple is not an option. I had to wear purple for 12 years in the lab. I felt like a Barney. Mary's favorite color is purple, guys. If you didn't know it, by the way, did you know that Mary's favorite color is purple? That's like not knowing that Elizabeth's favorite color is green. Okay, I'm also trying not to put any of the tape over my foiled sentiment. And the reason for that, it's not like when you do things on stamped images, okay? Foil, you could possibly pull up some of that. It also means that using tape is another good way to help remove some of the excess overfoiling that you get. I'm also going to put this kind of at an angle on my magic mat before sending it through my die cutting machine. And we're just going to run that right on through. Dee says her favorite color is green. Can anybody guess what my favorite color is? figured that out the other day, but it could have been worse because pink was another option for scrubs. Pink and purple. Okay. And these guys turned out perfect. Awesome. So we've got 2 sentiments that we can use on 2 cards. But somebody said that I need to do the sentiment in hydrangea. So just leave that on there because I'm going to use it again. Taking back out the better press. So we're going to try that guy out again. And this time we're going to use the hydrangea ink. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to place this over the top so I know exactly where I need to place my cardstock. Also got some scraps of watercolor paper, so that's going to be perfect for this. Because I don't need a full sheet to do this. Here we go. And then we'll just tape it in place. Yeah, I might still have some of my husband's, my late husband's old scrubs. His were like were kind of a green. I'm going to do it at the corners because I don't really remember where the sentiments are in here. Okay, take that off. And now we're just going to ink these up. And these are, like I said, they are a little light, so they are wanting to move around. But I want to make sure I get plenty of color on them, so I'm using some scissors, or you could use your tweezers or whatever, just something to hold them in place while you are rubbing them with the ink pad. Because with this felt top like that, the fabric, it just, I think the ink doesn't really like to leave, which is good. I mean, you don't waste your ink, but okay. And just double checking, it is covering everything. So that is perfect. Let's grab our die cutting machine again. And run that on through. Jane, Debbie J, you say you have more videos about the Better Press? I get my final tax return and I'm still up in the air, not down the rabbit hole yet. One of the great things, first off, Jean, do you have a glimmer system? Look how wonderful that looks. And it's really the texture that gets me every time when it comes to the Better Press. That is the biggest, appearance-wise, that's the biggest difference. Okay, the fact that you can use them to do your hot foiling too is even better, because that's one of the things I've noticed when it comes to the Better Press plates. A lot of times they've got a lot more detail than some of the glimmer plates do. The glimmer plates, a lot of the lines tend to be a little bit thicker, so you get a lot of fun detail. I mean, look at the detail on here. It's just fabulous. I love the look of it, but it kind of makes it does double duty. You can do both. Okay, we're going to do like I did last time because it works so well. I'm going to use my archival ink cleaner and go ahead and put that on the plates and let them sit for a sec while they do their thing. They start removing all of that ink. Okay, so Jane does not have the glimmer yet. Okay, well, my thought is if you do have a hot foil system, I'm assuming this would work in the Gemini foil press. I have not tried that because I haven't actually touched mine in probably at least a year and a half, possibly 2 years since I got my Glimmer system, because I don't have to think about the stuff as much on my on the Glimmer system. My issues that I had, if you saw my old live streams, my issues that I had on the Gemini foil press was trying to figure out the correct temperature and the card stock and what foil am I using, all that stuff. Yeah, Crafter's Companion. I haven't tried it with that one. It's possible, and I need to take that out again and just play again. But when I was first learning about hot foiling, I could never get a good impression, and that was the machine that I had. I'm thinking that the reason I wasn't getting a good impression is just that I didn't know for sure what I needed to use with it. With the Glimmer system, it works basically with all of them. I mean, I've had one foil roll that I can remember that doesn't really work well, and it's still sitting over here, and I can use it for other things. It's a pretty magenta color, but I think I just got one where the adhesive isn't good on that specific roll. Don't think it's that color. I wouldn't say don't get that color if you like it. I think it's just that specific roll. I haven't been able to get a good impression with it, but that's the only one. Any other hot foil I've tried has been perfectly fine. And I am out of frame again. Sorry, guys. And the out of frame I'm referring to is on vertical. That's because when I'm using Glimmer system and or Better Press, I'm using up more than just the center of my desk because I've got multiple things that I need to do. Anywho, let's go ahead and run this through, and then I'm going to wipe down those sentiment plates. That have been sitting over here kind of marinating. Yep, this definitely works a lot better because I had trouble getting stuff off of the bunnies. Yeah. So we did bunnies a couple of days ago, and Dee, I have not mailed your card yet because number one, I forgot. Okay, so Jean says, I have the roller machine you have. So I'm not sure what you're referring to. So far what I've been using today, I've got the Better Press system here. Okay, I've got my Glimmer, which is my hot foil system, and I've got my Spellbinders Platinum 6, which is the die cutting machine. Okay, so Jean says, I want to get the Glimmer, but not till the other dies, or I throw it across the room. Well, my problem with the Gemini foil press was it kind of sort of died. With the Glimmer, they say leave it plugged in, keep it hot for as long as you're using it, no problem. Glimmer system, you cannot do that. Every time I would try using the thing, I turn it on, I get one pass through, and I was using it with my Gemini Junior die cutting machine, the electronic die cutting machine that is for that. But the pressure was high enough on my Gemini Junior, and if I plugged the thing back in, it would basically immediately warp. So the platform, let me pull this out. So this piece that was on my Gemini foil press would warp, and then it cracked. It basically broke right down the side. I had to get another platform. So I've got a platform on it that is still functional. But after that, I decided, no. And it wasn't under warranty anymore. I had to buy it separate, and it was like $50 just for the platform. And that is because you have to use hotter foil. Like if you're using Glimmer foil, you're going to have to run the Gemini Junior hotter to get it to transfer well. It has a lot to do with what plastics and everything that stuff is constructed with. The plastics that the Glimmer is made from are made to not warp or have any problem at higher heat. They're made to work better like that. The same thing happens when it comes to the plates. If you've got plates for your Sizzix or Spellbinders Platinum 6 or whatever. They're made of different plastics than are the ones for the Gemini. The Gemini has a lower, basically a lower melting point on there. So I've even flattened them back out, and they both have got different temperatures. I've only had to flatten out one of my Gemini on one of my Spellbinders plates though, since I got the Magic Mat 3 years ago. One. And that was the one that at the very beginning was already really bad from previous use before I had the Magic Mats. So I love my Magic Mats too. I found a lot of different tools that work so well for me and just makes it so easy to do so many things. And I absolutely love them. If you've got the right tool, everything's perfect. Okay, so we die cut these out. Yes, I was trying to remember. Did I run it through? So now we have these two pretty blue sentiments. And we have our panels. Oh, that's sweet just by itself. I mean, you know, I mean, these would look, I mean, this would look great regardless, but even that looks, I think that looks great. These two I do need to add some more color to though, but this one, I think the foil one I'm going to leave as is. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that down. And if you are new popping in and have not already said hello, be sure to say hello in the chat and let us know where you are watching from. I think I want to leave. I'm just going to make sure that's even. So this is going to be 4. Yep. By 5 1/4. Just trim it a little bit off. Oh, wow. It's been that long. You've been sitting there for what? 15 minutes at least waiting just for number 54 to go in, and you're number 75. Wow. And let's see how this looks. So I was thinking about using, oh, that looks kind of cool. A little bit different color, but I think these are all top folding. Now let's see if I've got, what side folding ones I've got. Because that's kind of what I need to use here is a side folding card base. Don't tell me I don't have any in here. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to put up the Be Right Back screen because I need to get some more heavyweight cardstock to make some card bases because guess what? Guess who doesn't have any that are the right way? I mean, this is top folding, and well, I could do it that way. Let me just say that. You have to tell me what you think. I could do top folding like that or reversed. Nah, I like it better like this if I'm going to do it that way. So what do you think? Mary says she has card bases. Mary, do not fall asleep. Okay, Janine is dozing on and off. Okay, this is an ASMR stream. You know, this is just a comfy sounding stream. Sorry, I had to say that. Okay, I think that might actually work. For this one, I'll do that. And I'm going to use foam on the back because, yeah, foam is life. I'm okay. Thank you, Dee. But yeah, I have not mailed yours out yet. I do need to take pictures of it, and I need to get the thumbnail on the video changed. So that has to happen before I send out the card. But I did already print the label, if I can remember where it is, because I did that. I printed it out like yesterday and just took them off the printer when I was getting a couple of other cards ready to go today. So those are, got other ones that went out in the mail. All those ones I was talking about on Tuesday where the post office is a pain and keep sending stuff back that I want to go out to you guys. Yeah, I like this one up at the top. I like that bigger swag at the top. Okay. And it's a little bit crooked, but that's okay. And now I'll just glue this down. And this is kind of just a simple and elegant card. I think it does need a little bit of bling though. Let me see, is that straight? So there's one. Janine says, oh, by the way, hello Dee, hello Mary. Okay, so for these I want to add a little bit of color. And I was thinking markers, but then I glanced down and saw that I also have my Tim Holtz watercolor pencil, so I think that's what I'm going to use. And I'm kind of thinking on this one I want to do pretty much all pink. So I do have some green leaves, I'm going to do those too, but for the most part these are going to be pink, and I think I'm going to go with the foil one too. So for this one, I'm going to add some blues in there that is going to go good with that blue, those blue sentiments. Okay. So for pinks, I've got, this one is red and it is, what is it? Come on, turn. That one's candied apple, so that's a possibility. Yes, both of them do, absolutely. So the Better Press gives you that real nice high-end texture of letterpress. It is so nice and it's so easy. The Glimmer System gives you that high-end hot foil. So both of those are fabulous ways, fabulous things to add to your card. So this one is Kitsch Flamingo. And I don't think I want to go with the candied apple really, but I do have another color that is kind of pinkish. This one is Picked Raspberry. So it's going to be kind of a, that's going to be just for any kind of darker tones that I want to put anywhere. But I also need some dark green for the leaves. So we're going to use Rustic Wilderness. And yes, I'm using a water pen, but what I need to do is I need to get some new ones because these don't really work anymore. These are years and years and years old. Sometimes they want to let the water out and sometimes they don't. What I found out this last week though is Spellbinders got some new ones. I did not know that until I saw Lynn's video. So that's going to be on my wish list. And what's funny is because I'm so used to using dye inks, when I put water down, I'm almost expecting this to move. I'm almost expecting the color to move, and it's not. Because it's archival. Okay, I'm just adding some where I think it's supposed to be green. Actually, those are not supposed to be green. Let me just go with the ones that actually have veins. I have no idea how it's going to look with green leaves with pink outline, but we're going to go with it. And I'm just taking some color right off of the pencil. Let's add some more water to that one. That's a little bit too much. Actually, the green over the pink kind of makes it look a little bit brownish. And that has got a little bit of fuzzball now because I put too much water down apparently. There we go. And I just took all of the color off. Sometimes when you block, yeah. Janine, you said no bye. I would say watch some more videos and see what you think. I don't know for sure, but I'm thinking Spellbinders will probably have the system at Creativation along with anything new that they're doing with it. And so I'll be able to see it there and let you guys see what's coming. But it's not like the system is going to go away. I do not see that happening. I mean, last year they got the most innovative award or whatever at Creativation, and I'm sure they've got something else coming down the pipe too, because yeah, it's always awesome. I mean, what the year before was wax seals and the 3D embossing folders, which I'm not getting as an influencer. I'm not getting the 3D embossing folders, and I love the 3D embossing folders. I just signed up for them, and I just got in the one from this month, which is those Easter eggs, and so I will be sharing something with that soon, because it's just so cute. It's adorable. Okay, so at least with these being that dark, and I've got too much water on there, and I can tell. Let's pull up some of that. I am not a watercolor artist. I do not do much of it. So I'm going to go ahead and try to dry some of this because it's too much. This is another difference. Usually when I do any kind of watercoloring, I do it where I've stamped and heat embossed all the lines. So they do stay in the lines better. I think this is probably the first time in 6 months or longer that I've done it without that. Okay, so I'm going to say that after I get done with the cards today, I'm going to be hopping off of the live here, just giving you guys a heads up. And I will be going live shortly after that over on Twitch and probably playing some Fortnite. I might bring the ducks up for a little bit, but I'm probably going to just play some Fortnite if anybody wants to play. Mary, you're in the hospital. You do not need to play, but you can live vicariously and hang out if you want. I will let you do that. But one of my goals for 2024 is to go live on Twitch every Thursday. So right now I'm actually going live with them twice. Yes, I'm pulling mine out of the box when I can. What are you pulling yours out of the box? What did you get? Or are you talking about pulling Fortnite out of the box? Because I don't think you can do that. Okay, I'm adding a little bit of water down over my flowers. Not sure exactly where I'm going to add the color yet. I think I'm going to just focus it in the center. I'm going to start off with the Kitsch Flamingo. You got a better press. Okay, yeah. When you are ready, let me know and we can go live together. Okay, so this is not bringing up much color. There we go. Now I've got a little bit of pink. I'm just going to center it right around the center of each of my flowers. And then I'm going to come back in with some of the picked raspberry and do the same thing. But this is the Kitsch Flamingo. I'm going to come out a little bit further than I am the picked raspberry. Picked raspberry is going to be centered a lot. Mary says, I'm ready. Well, not right now, but I'm ready. Okay, got to share that on the screen. Gotta. Oh, and by the way, the other effects and stuff should be working, not the Christmas and Halloween stuff. Those are still turned off and are gonna be turned off for quite a while because it's not Christmassy time yet. But the other things are available for you guys to use. So if you're not somebody who comes to my regular weekly Tuesday night live streams, we kind of play with all of the, I've got different alerts and stuff that pop up. So it's fun and you guys always have a blast. So we've got TANGIA, which is an external app that basically I don't even know what all's in there, but they've got over 800 different interactions that the chat can do, which are cool. That is so pretty. What do you think, guys? I think it does need to be a little bit darker color in the center, but other than that, that is lovely. Mary says it's always Christmas time. We're not bringing back the Santa grenade yet. I have to make a birthday card times two right after this. I've been putting it off. I need them more tomorrow night. Well, that's another thing with this. I'm making like what, 3 cards in one sitting, and I'm talking most of the time. If I wasn't talking, they'd already be done. But I know I'm real bad about getting that kind of stuff done too. At least now I have an excuse as to why Ronan's not getting his card yet, and that's because I didn't have the dragon yet. So that's going to be the reason, right, Mary? That is going to be so fun. I can't wait to make that little dragon. I'm already thinking I need to die cut additional. That's what I did when I got the mummies, the mummy and the ghosts. I cut out additional for those. Okay, so once that dries back, I'm probably going to blend it out again with some more of the Kitsch Flamingo. So it's not quite so bold. Oh, these are lovely. And you can color and everything over foil. You just need to make sure to wipe off any kind of residue that might be on top of the foil from it. You need to wipe that off so that the foil shows through better. Or you could just foil over something, because I've seen that done too. Oh, that's pretty. Yep, liking this. Come back in with a little bit more of the Kitsch Flamingo. Your daughter designed one of them last night, but you fell asleep. Mary says, I'm going to cut extras if I can, different colors or whatever. I hope that your issues are not as bad as what you're thinking they are at the moment. I really do. If you're not able to make it to the live class, that is totally understandable, and you know that you've got the replay available, so don't worry about it. And since you're one of my subscription members, that means you've got the replay available as long as you've got your subscription active, which I'm thinking is going to be forever. So anyhow. Oh, those are pretty. I'm actually very, very happy that I discovered the world of stamping and stuff, because I used to draw, but it's one of those things where you don't know if you really draw well enough and stuff. And then you get out of practice and you really don't remember any of the things that you used to do. I remember like 1 or 2 of the things that I used to draw. That's it. And even those aren't that good anymore. But if you get a stamped image, you are basically an artist, because you can add a little color to it. You can leave it just as is. This one needs a little bit more color. Actually, let's give it a little bit more of a... I don't know how, but I think I missed this one, or missed part of this one first time around when it came to the picked raspberry. There we go. Because I've tried doing like freehand watercolor when I was trying to figure out stuff about watercolor to begin with. I didn't know how much water you need to put on there, so all of my pigments were very, very, very thick. Oh, they're catching up. They called number 67. Awesome, Mary. What kind of game is Fortnite? Well, the one that I'm playing, I say pew pew. That's because it's shooting. The way that the game works, each round anyway, you have 100 different people, and it's online, so people from everywhere. 100 different people drop onto this island from a flying bus, and the goal is to be the last man standing. So it doesn't have any blood or guts or anything like that. It is just you shoot them, and it's like an electron. It even has them kind of get, when you shoot them and they die, there's this like little drone thing that pops up over their head and sucks up their electronic fingerprint or whatever you want to call it. So it's cool, but it gets sweaty. That's the term they use when it's a really intense game, and I've played a few of those. I call myself a potato because I'm not really good. Oh, cool. Janine says her daughter's been playing Fortnite. She just bought a headset. Fabulous. Yeah, having a headset definitely helps. I understand why gamers have it. It's where you don't have to worry about where the mic is and you can focus on the game. But I have seen clips or replays of where I'm on there and I'm really focused and intent. And it's like, oh my God, I look terrible. I look best when I've had a smile on my face. I look like me when I have a smile on my face, not when I'm all grumpy face. Okay, so this one we were going to add some blues. Let me get the pinks out of the way. My sinuses are not happy today, guys. Don't know what the deal is. So this one's tumbled glass, and then I've got salty ocean. Those are nice. I like that. And we still need I've still got the green. This time I'm going to just add a little bit of the green on here, and we're going to see how that does, because you can use these different ways. Smiley faces. She's had a couple of nights where she couldn't go to sleep. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you so much. Bella Design just followed my channel, so I don't know if it was this one or if it wasn't since it followed. It's probably where they followed me over on Twitch. So thank you so much. Or they may be following me on Facebook because I don't remember how I've got the thing set up. It's actually where my buddy Andy Lippy, I've told you guys about him before. There's a lot of different people that are different creators that create things for live streaming. They create things for the for you to use in your OBS, which is so super cool. And he's the one that created my Polaroid picture, Miss Mary. If you want to do it, it's still not pulling the text, which means I have to figure out why. It's probably just set up for TikTok. I mean for Twitch. But it does still take the pictures, and it does post them to the Discord. And I fixed the part, I think, where it posts it twice and deleted the other ones. But he's created a bunch of things. Now she's doing the picture.
Debbie J.'s Crafting Corner.
So that picture is going to be over in our Discord in the Polaroids channel. So you can see it over there. And yeah, it's one of those things that is it's a fun interaction that you can do. Of course, the ones that are the most fun are the TANGIA ones, and that's because I never know what the heck's going to come up. Y'all have gotten me pretty good with those. But I like adding fun interactive things to the stream and stuff for you. Like the little emote wall that I've been wanting for so long, and I finally got it to work. Finally figured out. I finally found a way to do it. Okay, so now we've got our little green leaves on this one. I think this time, because I don't want to take too much more time on it, I'm getting tired and I'm kind of getting in need of some pew-pewing. I'm going to start off with the darker blue, so I'm just going to add a little water around the center of each of these. Well, I am constantly discovering how I am not as techie as I'd like to be, Miss Janine, but thank you so much, hon. I know a bunch of things. I know enough to be dangerous is my problem. I really do. And I'm constantly wanting to learn things, and I have discovered, or I think I've discovered, that there's some issues with my computer I need to work on to get to work better. It's just going to take some time, and a lot of the stuff I don't really have the time for. I've got other things I want to get done. I don't want to fall behind on any of my goals. I have gone to the gym every day I was supposed to go to the gym, so that's a plus. I think this is week 7, if I'm not mistaken. And I did go to the gym this morning. Okay. So this is probably more blue than I need. More water. There we go. This is probably more blue than I need, but it's going to dry back lighter. Watercolor tends to do that. So I'm mostly trying to catch the parts where it should be darkest. And then I'll come back in with the lighter blue. And pull it out some more. And I can already tell it's starting to dry back, but it's like, yeah, now I'm adding more, right? Because I want more. Okay, I'm going to do the other one while that one dries. You always break your computer, so you try not to touch anything. Your son is a computer engineer. Fabulous. What did you do now, Mom? It's like my friend Debbie said that I could do this. Okay, so I'm going to come back in. Let's get some clean water on the counter. I'm going to expect, Mary, that you're going to be called shortly. So if I don't get a chance to say it before then, big hugs your way, honey. Positive vibes your way. I hope it all works out. And I hope it's not as bad as what you think it is. It may be that when you hit your head, you basically like pulled a muscle or something that's causing migraines or whatever. But yeah. I think I've had a concussion once. It was a long, long time ago. Hey, Miss Susan. Welcome, welcome. So today, Miss Susan, we are just playing with, and I'm going to be going live on Twitch in a little bit anyway, but anyhow, right now I am playing with the Simon Hurley Magnolias, something Magnolias. I've got the paper around here somewhere. I forgot already what it was. So we have done Better Press and we have done Hot Foil, and I've been talking about all the things, the announcements and everything of things that are going on. So let me get some of the stuff pulled back up. Where did I put the other ones? Let's see. First things first is this one. Let me minimize that one. Yeah, I'll put that there. So changing screens real quick. So first off, Cardmaker Success Summit is back, and it is going to be on the, it starts on the 7th. It's going to be the 7th through the 10th, and I am a speaker on that one. So if you don't already have your free ticket to the summit, I'm going to put the link back into the chat one more time. Go ahead and sign up for your free ticket to the Cardmaker Success Summit. I've been in this one the last, I think this I think is my 4th one. I think. I know I was in the one on, yeah, I think it was. Last March was my 2nd one. And then I was in the one in August. And it's basically a bunch of, I mean, it's nonstop crafty goodness. We've got tons of people, you know, teaching lots of things. I think this is going to be the biggest one so far. Around 40 or so creators are going to be doing classes, so it's going to be awesome. Yay! Susan's already got her VIP. So what that means, guys, if you don't already know, is that not only did she get her free ticket, but because she didn't know for sure if she was going to be able to see everything and she wanted to be able to watch them after the fact, she got the all access pass, which means there's extra bonuses and things that get rolled into that, plus you have ongoing access to those classes. So that is fabulous. I don't know if Brandy gave out early access to it. You'd have to let me know if you've gotten to see any of them so far ahead of time. I don't think she did, but I don't know for sure. But if you did, you can let me know if you liked my class or not. Because I am one of the speakers at it. I love doing this. It has been so much fun. And I have met so many of you guys. I've met so many people in those. I'm pretty sure I met Susan because we were both in like the chat on several of the live streams that go along with it. Okay, bye-bye, Miss D. We will see you later, honey. Janine says that she's going to sign up after the stream, but she doesn't know if she's going to be there. She doesn't know if she'll be there, but she will sign up anyways, just in case. Fabulous. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, adding some more of this. What color is this one? Tumbled glass along with the salty ocean. Kind of just softening it up, mostly just to soften it up towards the edges, away from that deeper color in the center. And this is not rocket surgery, guys. I'm not really doing anything fancy. I don't know how to do anything fancy. I'm just playing a little bit, and this is definitely going to give you that watercolory look, and you don't really have to worry about being perfect. Watercolor look is really, really nice. Now, if I'm trying to be precise on it, like I have done on some of my things, like the ones where I was trying to, just play and figure out how to watercolor, those are ones where I think I got more irritated with myself than any others, because I was going, oh, I still have the screen up. Durr. Okay. So first we've got the Card Maker Success Summit, and like I said, there's a lot of people. We've got 2 pages full of folks' pictures on there. So we've got that. Then what else was it I was showing? Oh, another thing that is going on for all of you guys that love this one is about my class that I'm doing at the summit. And I did have the picture of the thing from, here we go. And then this one is about, if you guys love Spellbinders and are a card maker, which I know you are, you might want to enter the Card Making Superstar contest. Spellbinders is looking for, let me see how it's worded. They are looking to find new talent and potential influencers. Plus, you have a chance to win a $300 shopping spree. Yeah. If I wasn't already an influencer, I would be getting into this one because, yeah, $300 shopping spree. So if you haven't already entered that one yet, do that. Let me get you the links. In the United States, it's got one link. Copy and paste. So here's the link for the US contest, and then for all of you folks that are out in the UK, which that's something else that's really nice. Spellbinders, I don't know if you guys were aware or not, but they opened up a website that is for UK people. That was done this last year, and that is fabulous, because before it's like you had to deal with, I think there were people in the UK that just couldn't get Spellbinder stuff because of it. Okay. Oh, sinuses suck. So there was that, and there was that, and what was the other thing? Oh, the other thing is my thing. My other thing is my class, that we have a card making class on Saturday this week. Let me close these other guys down. At 3 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to make some dancing cards. And Susan, I think you're in the class too, but you know what? I got the dragon in. So I'm going to be making the little dragon. I'm probably going to make other things too, but if you have any kind of questions during the class, that's one of the things that I'm there for, is to help guide you through all of the things. These are actually really easy to do, and we're going to have so much fun. Yes, love it, love it, love it. That makes sense, Janine. Janine says, I have so many appointments, I just never know what day I'm free until it happens. Yes, yay the dragon. Yeah, and I've already decided I'm going to name it. I'm going to name it Caddy for my buddy Ronan, who has a pixie dragon voice that he shares with us on Twitch. So I think I've told most of you guys that I play Fortnite on Fridays with my friend Jax, and Ronan plays with us too most of the time, and he's got an alter ego voice that cracks me up every single time, and he's basically a pixie dragon. I think he said at one point it's from Dungeons and Dragons. Like they played Dungeons and Dragons, and that was one of his characters. Okay, so I finished up these 2 panels. So now I've got to trim them down. I'm not sure which color I want to use. I mean, the orange would work well, I think, because it looks almost like it might be red, but it's not. But I'm thinking the blue would probably work just as well. So I'm not sure. So I'm just going to trim these down to, let's do this side, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm sorry, 4 by 5 1/4. And that's so it's got a little bit of a border all the way around. Do that for both of those. Kind of thinking I want to add some paint splatter. I'm not sure, Susan. Which stream are you watching? I'm actually streaming multiple places right now. I'm on Facebook, but I'm also on YouTube horizontal and YouTube vertical. No, this is all on my computer. This is all on my computer, and I'm so excited that I got this set up today. I actually it's where I was like, okay, I need to go see Andy's video to see how to do this because I forgot. And I don't even know if I still have it installed. And turns out I had uninstalled the stuff because I had it set up before. And all I had to do is run a program to reinstall it into my OBS to be able to do vertical. I was opposite, couldn't see on my TV, but perfect on my iPad. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and check the... I'm going to have to go back and check the streams to see which comments are on which one so that I know which one you're on. So I've got blue, and then I think I'm going to do the other one. We'll still stick with that creamish color, I think. Yeah, that'll be good. Fabulous. I came across that last week, I think. I got a notification from Nick Nimmin that he was going live, so I pulled up his live stream and it was vertical. And then I found out that, oh, he was multi-streaming to YouTube. He was doing 2 different streams to YouTube. One was vertical, one was horizontal. Okay, I look at the horizontal one, it's like, oh, okay, that looks kind of cool. He basically had, and he was trying to do it with his computer software. I think it's where he was using Ecamm, and I don't know anything about Ecamm other than it's Mac based. And so I don't have that. So he was having issues getting it to work. So he wound up going directly from his phone for the other. So there's multiple ways you can do it. So I'm thrilled that I'm able to do it this way because you know what? We've got the little chat thing down here at the bottom that he might not be able to actually read. I may have to adjust that, but that also means you've got the different alerts and things that can pop up on there. And if you put a bunch of emotes in the chat, you'll have them pop up over the screen. I don't have everything customized to the right size at the moment, but they're still there. So I am super excited about that. So on vertical, a lot of the things that we've got for horizontal are going to be too small because I have not reset everything up. I just basically did kind of a copy and paste and shifted the sizing. Yeah, I think I do need some splatter. This is going to be an experiment too. Thank you so much, Janine. I do appreciate you guys doing these checks and everything for me. Like I said, this is new. I do know that the stuff on Facebook is not working as well. And that has to do with everything going out through one internet cable to go to everything. And I get it. That is exactly why. Okay, so I'm not sure how this is going to work. What I think I'm going to do is put a little water down. Use my brush to pick up. I'm going to go with the lightest color. So this one is the sea glass. So I'm going to pick up some of the color and basically put it back down into the water. So I've got a little bit of pigment in the splatter. And then kind of transferring it to this little palette thingy. This is a bling palette that I got from Pear Blossom Press. And we're going to see if this works. So I have not tried using... Okay, now I'm just putting it straight onto the palette that's got water in there. Okay, we can see how that does. I have not tried doing this using a watercolor pencil to create splatter before. I think I need more water. Do have a little bit of water in the brush. Okay, that's probably more than enough. I got some big splatters there. So I think that'll look kind of cool. Let's clean this one up. Perfect on the iPad, just can't read on the screen, which means I need to make it bigger for, so you're on your vertical, right? You're on the vertical stream. One of the positives, one of the good things about the vertical live streaming that is starting is that it should start bringing us some... You're awesome, Janine. I love you to death, honey. It should bring us some new people because this is going to be shown to folks on the short shelf. So if you're going through your shorts, you know, lots of folks watch YouTube shorts, right? So if you're watching your shorts and I'm going to try just coloring on there. It's not going to let me do it until there's water on there. But yeah, if you're watching on the short shelf, if you're watching shorts and you're just flipping through, occasionally you're going to come across somebody who's live. And you can pop right into the live stream from there. Okay, so this one is the picked raspberry. I'm just adding some of the color, basically transferring some of the color from the watercolor pencil into the water on this thing. I've never done this before. Oh, well, thank you so much, Janine. You know, we love seeing you. We love hearing from you, honey. Okay, so I'm going to put some, see how this does for me to try to splatter it onto this one. Try to do splattering away from the white shirt. And of course, what did I just think of? We've been watching Dexter, who is a blood splatter expert that's also a serial killer. So what did I just think of? I thought of blood splatter. It's pink, not red, Todd.
For me.
I am not talking about Buffy.
Oh.
I was talking about Dexter. Okay. So this one needs to dry a little. Actually, I'm just going to dry them both. Yeah. Okay, so Janine has been watching Vertical on YouTube, and it just did something weird with the TV. Understood. And that may be a YouTube thing. I have no idea. But I do want to make it so that everything... And I will be completely honest with you. I got up early this morning, probably because I was thinking about stuff. And I came in here and started looking up against, like, okay, how do I do this? You know, do I have it on my OBS already? Do I need to add something? What do I need to do? And, okay, let me find the thing. So I did all of the research and all of the setup and everything before I went to the gym today. At least for getting the software running. And I was so excited because it worked. It's like, yay, I'm able to do the thing. And then when I got back from the gym, it's like I really wanted to go live immediately. So I got back from the gym at about 11 and I wanted to go live at noon. I didn't go live at noon. I had lunch and I got all of my scenes redone for Vertical for what it is right now. It's not perfect, but I basically got all of that stuff set up. Probably in about like 20 minutes. Yay, now I can see what's going on. I found the other stream. So I'm going to have to go back and watch the Vertical and see, because it's going to be a learning curve, just like everything else we've done when it came to being able to record videos or go live or any of that stuff when it comes to the tech park. But also, just like it does whenever we're learning how to make something, it just takes some time to learn it all, right? It's the learning curve. So once we get all of that down, I should be able to have all of this better. I also have to decide, is this part on the vertical big enough when you guys are watching on the live? Now, if it's just my face, I know that part's fine. So if I go back to this, that's pretty much okay. I think it could be a little bit bigger, but it should be pretty much okay, right? Thank you. I love these. These are lovely. I hope Simon likes my cards. Anyway. Oh, my sinuses are just not nice. So I still have to figure out what will look... There. I have to figure out what will look best for the vertical stream.
Linda Toman creates.
Okay, Miss Linda. Yeah, I know. I'm going to continue to do horizontal, so you can always pop into those. That's not going away. But if I want to go live on Instagram or go to the short shelf, or I'm also experimenting to see if how it works on Facebook. I'm probably going to just be doing multiples. I'm not, the regular live streams are not going away. I know that different people watch different ways, and that's one of the reasons why I want to do different ways, is that way we've got access to more folks. Mary's Crafty Creations, are you seeing my comments? Your last comment came in with a digit missing. Oh my God. Yeah, they might need to go ahead of you. The guy just said he's been there for 8 to 10 hours. Yeah, I hate going to the doctor. I hate going to the ER, but I've had to go a couple times myself. And yeah, you do seem to wait forever. And a lot of that, the last time I think we wound up in the ER for anything, and no, it wasn't where there was nothing wrong with me or anything. I'm trying to remember the timing on it. But anyway, it didn't look like there was anybody there, but I still waited for a long time, in my mind anyway. And it's where everything in the back was busy because all the people that had been up front were seeing a doctor in the back. So no matter how bad it seems like it is in the front, before you get to go in, it's usually because shift change, or they just got in a bus accident and they have to take care of all the folks, or whatever. So we've got this one that's Mother's Day, and then this one that is Grateful. I'm thinking Grateful has to go for that one, but I'm going to do Grateful for this one, and I think I'm going to have to make another card similar to this, probably as a Mother's Day card. This is just too pretty. I say that too often, though. Every time I get something new, yeah. Susan, yeah, Mary is in the ER. She had a crafting accident this week. And yeah, Linda, I'm not going away. You're stuck with me, so yeah. And yes, Todd, so are you. But yeah, the horizontal is going to still stick around. I think one of the things that I'll probably be doing some more of the verticals for, and that's not centered, is basically what Luria Petrucci calls a life stream, which I'm not good at because I figure my life is pretty much boring, and why would anybody just come to hang out and watch me talk? But it's kind of more blogging kind of thing, but it is kind of to introduce yourself to new folks and that kind of thing. Today's live stream is basically because I wanted to tell you guys about the Card Maker Success Summit, because we're able to start promoting it as of today. Okay, I think I've told you guys how much I love the Pear Blossom Press foam tape. You saw that was basically on there for, 2 seconds, and it ripped my card. Because this is the regular Scotch foam tape. Of course, I also don't want this to be super thick, and I saved my good Pear Blossom Press foam tape for light up cards and shakers. But that's one of the things that's fabulous about them. I'm kind of thinking maybe I should tell Amanda, you know what you should do? You should do regular ones. I'm thinking that if she has a concussion, she should have been at the doctor on Sunday and not waited until today. So I don't know why she's waited this long. Or maybe she went on Sunday and is going back. Those are things I have. She hasn't told me anything until now, so I'm a little irritated with you, Mary. You're supposed to tell me things. But if this is her first visit from having hit her head, I'm thinking hopefully it isn't a concussion, because they say you're not supposed to sleep with a concussion. Yeah. I'm hoping it's something that's not as serious. I'm hoping it's not something not as serious, period. Is that straight? Yes, that is straight enough. Yeah. Is it? No, it's crooked. Dang it. There we go. That was the OCD in me, guys. I know I was saying you don't have to be perfect, and the rest of this doesn't look perfect. It's awesome though. But yeah, I still have my OCD. Just had a headache and went out yesterday, and it was not good. Yeah. I'm hoping that you just pulled a muscle and that it's going to just take some time. Usually when I have a headache, it's just caffeine withdrawal. Susan is struggling with making her first one right now. Oh my goodness. You have to share pictures when you get done, honey. Plus, I do have videos out there for showing how I've made some shaker cards. There was that one that I did January. I did one in January, a long one in January, that was all of the different club kids making shaker cards in different ways. So hopefully something in there will help. Oh, wow, Jenny. And that sounds a lot like a migraine. Only time I've had a migraine type of headache, though, it has been from coffee withdrawal. And then Todd told me, one time Todd made me eat a coffee bean. Yeah. Oh, these are so pretty. And this is a real simple design. I mean, you guys saw how easy it was to make these. I have to use the splatter more often. I really do. And now that I know I can do it with Simon, with the watercolor pencils, yeah, I definitely have to do it more. Because, you know, having gold or silver or whatever, I've got the golds, I've got this Gansai Tambi, got those, I've got white gouache, and I never use it, but I've got those, but having it with different colors, yeah. Oh, thank you so much, honey. Janine says that I make it look easy. Oh, thank you, honey. Linda, you have got a point. So Linda Tillman, she's another creator. She's fabulous. Says headaches scare her since she had a brain bleed. Yeah. Life happens. Lots of crummy stuff happens. We don't like any of it. And yeah. Okay, I am going to see. I didn't open that, though. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. I'm also trying to remember what I need to open, because I've got the Stream Deck that has let me do different things. So hopefully I'll be able to do more stuff. It's not a migraine. I know those. Okay, so Mary's Crafty Creations has a YouTube channel. I'm going to see if it'll let me do a shout out, because when I tried to do the shout outs last week, it didn't work. So we will see. Okay, looks like it did work. So that one is to Miss Mary's YouTube channel. So if you're not already on following her, be sure to go head over there, check out her channel, and give her some love. And if you could say something, Miss Linda. Linda has a YouTube channel as well. She has been She has been crafting probably longer than I have, and she lives here in Florida near me. So I'm going to give you a shout out as well, honey. Okay. You know, some of us have been crafting longer than others. I haven't been really crafting all that long. It's been a little bit. It's been 2017, I think, was when I did my first blog post and everything. And that was around the time that I discovered Jennifer McGuire and started trying to replicate some of her stuff. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. How do you learn? You copy people. So that's what I was doing then, but I wound up doing a lot. I'm crafting pretty much every day. If I'm not crafting every day, then I am editing a video that I recorded sometime. Love you. Love shakers. Absolutely. Well, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and just go through the whole thing about what the announcements were one more time. And then should I give out one of these cards? One. I'm not giving away all of them. So we've got 3 pretty cards here. Do you guys want me to give away one of them? And this is a bad habit of mine. I usually give away a card on pretty much every live stream. So if you're not already coming to my Tuesday lives, you should. Oh, another thing is, I just realized something. I'm going to have to double check the times and stuff for my my live that I'm doing with the Cardmaker Success Summit, because I just volunteered. Janine, absolutely. Absolutely. The class is going to be, it starts at 3 p.m. I ask that everybody log into the Zoom, and you'll do that through the website about 15 minutes early. I do recommend checking everything, making sure everything works ahead of time, though. There have been weird things having to do with emails. Some people that I know that are subscribed to my mailing list don't get my emails because their service provider, whatever, decides to push them into spam or something. So that happens, but I'm trying to let you guys know everywhere all the things that happen. Okay. So yeah. Linda says, of course we want a card. Great. So what I want you guys to do, regardless of where you're watching from, type into the chat !join. And let me see if I can put the thing up on there to see when we are. Oh, excuse me. It's not on that page. But to let us know how many people have joined the thing. Now let's see if it shows up. Okay, so it did show up. It shows one person has typed !join, and that is Miss Janine. Janine really wants the card. Nobody else does, because you know what? Nobody else has said that they wanted to do it. So go ahead and enter in if you want to win this, and you should be able to. Any of the places that I'm live, you should be able to do that. I haven't checked the other Facebook things because I think I would have to pop out the chats, but if you're on my main Facebook page, you should be able to. These are some of the things that I have to try out. Linda really wants it too. Okay, so I think I'm going to give out one of them, and I'll let you guys pick which one. But as usual, I will be taking pictures of everything first, so it does sometimes take a few days for me to get that all done, because I make sure I get my everything edited too, the pictures and everything edited and uploaded and stuff before I send out the cards, because what if I have to take a picture again? What if it's not good enough? Or is there homework? I have to bake a cake. I have to make a birthday cake for my son with his girlfriend on Saturday. If I'm done, I'll join you. There's not homework. What we're doing on Saturday, let me bring up that picture one more time for you guys. And I'll go through all the things again. So this is what we're doing on Saturday. Moving that up again. And let's take my face off of there so you can, my face off of the vertical one so you can see it. Is that vertical? There we go. So on Saturday, we are doing some interactive Dancin Cards. You've probably seen some of these on my YouTube channel before, but it's basically where the body or legs move. The one with the little gnome on the ornament, the whole thing moves. So the ornament swings back and forth with our little gnome on there. I've done that one a few times. Actually, that is the one that I did for the summit last August. So I was in the summit last August and I did that one, and it's all in pink. It was so cute. But anyway, we're going to be making those, and I got the die in brand spanking new. I have not used it yet. It's going to be so fun. I'm going to be doing a little dragon, so he's going to be adorable. There are tons of these kind of dies. If you've got any of them, then you can do this. I also did a class a while back where if you didn't have any of the dies, I showed you how to take a stamped image that you cut out, whether you use a die cut or not, that's fine, but how you could turn that into a Dancin card. So there are ways to do this without the specific dies. The specific dies, just like any other tools, makes it a lot easier. So we've got that going on set, and that's the wrong picture. That has to do with the access. I wanted the picture with, here's all the things. It's $15 for the class. That's the image that I was wanting to show. So we've got that going on Saturday. Then we've got Spellbinders that has got their Cardmaking Superstar contest to win a $300 shopping spree. And there are links to everything in the chat. So I will also leave links to everything down in the description on each of the videos. But they're looking for some more folks that are awesome. Okay, if you love Spellbinders and you love making cards, then you need to enter. Then we've also got, do I still have that up somewhere? We've got this thing. We've got the Cardmaker Success Summit is coming up March 7th through the 10th. I really have to check the date of my live stream because I am going to be going live as part of the summit. I don't remember the date, but I'm also in what's called a raid train. Hey, Miss Cordelia, but we are doing a raid train on Twitch with a bunch of crafters. So that's going to be fun, and I believe that one starts on the 9th of March. So there's a lot of things going on where you can get a lot of inspiration. And I hope to see you guys in everything. Understood, Miss Cordelia. Sorry about that. Maybe I still need to work on doing some standalone classes that are not time specific, but I also love getting together with you guys. So it's one of those things that I've got a lot of different things running around in my head, and they're not in stone yet. So those things will be changing eventually. But right now we're still going to be doing the once a month craft along card classes, and they're going to be on the second or third Saturday of the month. Okay, so let's get back to here. I love that I'm able to hit the button and it go to where I want it to. This is awesome. These are some things that first time you guys got to see it was Tuesday. So I'm so happy that they are working better. Okay, so is anybody else going to enter into the drawing? Looks like we have 4 people in the drawing at the moment. Because if there's not, I'm going to go ahead and draw. So again, if you want to win one of these 3 cards, exclamation point join in the chat. I need to have that sound effect.
Trademark violation.
Todd just said trademark. He's actually thinking copyright. But yeah, he said trademark violation. Okay, we're going to go ahead and give one of these away. Drawing, yes, I'm giving away one of these cards. See on the screen it says 4 entries in the draw. Do you want to win one of the cards? Let me show you to you real quick. This one is in some tangerine foil. So shiny. I probably should put splatter on that one too. This one done with the Better Press. And then watercolored with Tim Holtz watercolor pencils, and I did the splatter with Tim Holtz watercolor pencils, which I've never done that before. And then this one is also, it feels slow. Oh, we have 5 people in the drawing. Yay. You guys are so cute. Anyway, we've got this one in pink. So I'm giving away 1, and you guys get to pick which one you want to win. Okay, so we've got 5 people in the drawing, and I actually have access to my drum roll button, but that also means let me move that so I can have access to the actual button that I push to actually have you win. Okay, let's see if this stuff works. I know I'm going to have the timing off. And the winner is Susan Tremper. Awesome, awesome. I don't think I've got the Google Drive listed down below yet. Let me grab that real quick for you, because for all of my drawings now, you do have to fill out the Google form. That's number one, going to help me keep track of everything. Number two, it's going to make sure I've got a correct address, because post office sucks. Anyway, also, sometimes things change and you may think somebody's got your good address and we don't, and anything. I've had too many things lately that have come back. So I want to make sure I get everything perfect so that you guys don't have to wait to get them. So let me pull that up because I forgot what it was. And that goes straight over to one of my emails to let me know as soon as you send it in, which is awesome. Oh, forms. I should have done this ahead of time. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, it is in the Tuesday night one, but you know, I didn't have it on here yet. So I'm going to go ahead and put that into the chat for you. And where's my chatty chat? I'm having trouble finding the thing. I got too many things open again. Did I close it at some point? I must have closed it at some point. I don't think I did. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. Oh, there we go. It was one I already had it right up. Yeah, that's the way it is. I'll also post this in the comments and everything for you. I mean, down in the description as well. So if you don't do it now, you can do it then. It basically is just letting me know what it was you won, when you won it, and and your address, so that I know that I send it to the right place. So which one do you want? Do you want the orange foil? Do you want the blue watercolor? Or do you want the pink watercolor? Yes, thank you so much, Linda, for that reminder. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, please, if you like this video, if you like hanging out with me, please do me a favor. Let YouTube know. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with your friends. That way we get some more new folks in here. I love having new people. Yes, I love all of you guys, and I love having more fun people to hang out and play with. Pink, please. Why would Mary get it first? No, you get this one. You're the winner, so you get this one. So, Susan, that one is going to be going out to you, and I will be stamping and signing the back. I've done very good this year. All the cards I've made so far this year have been stamped and signed on the back. Probably need to get a new stamp. But that will be signed for you, so that one is yours. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to call it. We're going to go ahead and say goodbye. I'm going to bring up one more time the... excuse me. Oh, for one thing, I'm going to bring up my face again. I was going to say I was going to bring up the other image, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. I will be listing all of the links that I talked about today, the ones for the summit, the ones for the Spellbinders contest that they're doing, and the ones for the class are all going to be linked down in the description. So if you didn't see it or didn't get a chance to click on one of them yet, you'll be able to find them again later. You know, just come back after the fact, come back to one of the videos, because I'm going to make sure I put it in all of the descriptions. So that means I have some work to do before I come back to play Fortnite over on Twitch. I will not be live on YouTube when I'm doing that. I will be just on Twitch for that, and probably going to be playing for at least a couple of hours. If you haven't followed me over there, my channel over there is the same as it is over here. So it's twitch.tv/Debbie J's Crafting Corner. That way you can find my channel. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful afternoon. Merry prayers to you. Good luck at the hospital. You keep me posted, girl. I want to know what's going on. And you guys, I'm going to take her thing out of my face. Let me get to the right page to do that, because I've got Susan's name across my face. There. Now it's gone. Yay. It's not across my face anymore, but that one is going to use it. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. If you haven't already gotten your free ticket to the Card Maker Success Summit, go ahead and do so. And I will see you guys soon. I do plan on having at least another couple of videos coming up this weekend. Next live stream is going to be on next planned live stream. Who knows what I'll do in the meantime, but next planned live stream is going to be Tuesday night at 5:30 Eastern for everyone that follows me. 5 o'clock if you are a member on my channel. We do a pre-show every week, 5 o'clock Tuesday Eastern time. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys soon. And button. I had to remember, where have I put all these things? Anyway, I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.